Hello, it's James Lecturers and welcome back to Railway, and today we're going to be looking at the HM7000 review. I hope you enjoyed the video and let's get this review started then. So before I show you the decoder, obviously it's a decoder, I do apologise that I haven't been posting for quite some time. I've kind of been feeling a bit unwell again with my gut, and then there was wrestling and then obviously other stuff as well. But I'm hopefully back now. I know I say that every time, and then all of a sudden I end up ending ill again, but I hope to be back now. Because obviously, it's not really fair to you lot. But as you can see, here's what we're going to be reviewing. And it's the HM7000, wherever it says that. And I got this from Amazon. Well, between me and my girlfriend, we went out on it and it was 60 quid to get delivered as well. But it kind of amazed me actually to say that we got this. And then compared to what we got like 2 years ago, back in 2021, I believe, we got that, and that's the HM6000, which I've actually still got, but I'm going to connect up to the N scale layout because obviously my girlfriend uses the phone a lot, so I thought, connect that up to a layout, and it does work as well. So obviously, I will possibly show that in the near future, as well. Shoot, just dropped off the nail, but it's fine. But anyway, first glance, we're going to look at the box, and obviously as you can see, it says Bluetooth and DCC sound decoder. So not only that you get a decoder in this, you get a Bluetooth speaker as well, which for 60 quid, bearing in mind 60 quid, you have to keep in mind, and to say that there's some out there what costs you like double that is just like, what the hell. So I appreciate Hornby actually doing something like this, actually, to be honest with you, because obviously it's the way we're moving forward with technology and whatnot. I just can see that's on the back of the box, and obviously you got like some sort of things for your speaker, and the speaker's all about that, and I've heard that it's pretty loud. So whether if we'll find that out today or not, I don't know. So I'm just going to take it out of the box now. It's the first time I took it out of the box, believe it or not. The first thing we've got is I'm guessing the enclosures for the speaker. And as you can see, they're all, figured up. I don't know which one I'm going to have yet though, because obviously this will be going into my hush hush again. I know what people are going to say, but haven't you just fitted that with DCC? Yes, I have, but this is obviously going to be a lot stronger than, your standard DCC, What's it put up? What's that? Oh, wait. I was going to say, I thought I didn't include the speaker, I was going to say, I was about to flip then. Right then, so obviously they're both in separate bags, as you can sort of see. I mean, I didn't realise how tiny the speaker actually were, but we'll move on to those in a minute. First thing we're going to look at is some of this paperwork, what I've got included, which was quite a bit of it, which I don't really know what that is. I think it's just telling you what type of model it is, I think. And then I've got 2 manual things, and if I'm correct, I think one of them is in a different language, if I'm correct. So obviously, as you can see, if I open this up for you, it basically tells you how to connect it up to your track and whatnot, and how to connect up to your locomotive, which I'm going to be showing as well. But I think this one's just basically the same, but in like a different language. Yeah, so that one's in German, I think. Don't hold me on that one. But now time for the actual decoders themselves. And obviously, I don't really want to, show them off too much until I get them up onto the table and obviously fit my hush hush with DCC. So for the time being, I'm going to just show them quickly on here. And then when we go up onto the table, with my hush hush, I'm going to take it off and then obviously show you how to do it. So obviously as you can see, if I can get a good view of that, that's roughly how big it will be. And then obviously you've got the pins what will go into the actual locomotive. So that's the decoder. And then this is the sugar cube speaker, whatever that means. But as you can see, it's literally like a bloody sugar cube, seriously. So obviously there is quite a bit to do. So, you know, and then obviously you've got the casings for the speakers. So like I've just been saying, there is a bit to do. Hopefully it will go well. And I'm hoping that I can get all up and running. Alright, I'll see you up on the detail table then, guys, and hopefully we can get some up and running. Alright, I'll talk to you in a bit. Right then everyone, so as you can see, everything's on the table. I know it might look a bit chaotic at the minute on the table. That's because I'm literally recording this the next day. I'm recording this on the Wednesday. Because honest to God, right, this decoder, right, has been a pain in the backside to try and fix it. Like, tried to fit it to my Tornado. That didn't work. So I'm back to square one. I'm trying it in my Hush Hush, and I've had to take the casing off the speaker because the casing was just too big. In fact, let me just show you. This bit here, what I'm just about to put in for you now, it was just way too big to even put into like my Tornado or my Hush Hush. So I think I'm just going to scrap that bit, and hopefully I've got the sounds downloaded onto my the chip, so the chip should be ready to go. So I'm just gonna. Oh, well, that was easy. Right, so hopefully then, now that I've just done that, this should just connect in. Well, I should say back into my Hush Hush course. Yeah, there we go. Right, so I've got the decoder into my Hush Hush. I don't know if you can see that. In fact, let me just move my camera somehow so you can actually. Right, there we go. I think I've done it. Yeah, there we go. Right, and I know it doesn't look like the Hush Hush because obviously I took my body off and whatnot because it was just not going on at all, if that makes sense. But what I might try and do with, like, you know, the speaker, if I can get it, is... Oh, it's that purple wire what's got in the way. Is try and put that, like, where the other speaker might have gone, if that makes any sense, guys. So I'm gonna, in fact, that could actually go here with a bit of luck. Yeah. Hey. But yeah, guys, honest to God, right, I was recording this video last night. I must have been recording for about at least a good hour, so I just thought scrap the video and get it back into the Hush Hush and see how that benefits the Hush Hush rather than me putting it in like the Tornado, because it wouldn't even fit in the Tornado. So God knows why that wouldn't happen, but so far it looks so good in my Hush Hush. So here's hoping that everything, like all the wires and whatnot, will fit in, which it looks like it might. Right. Oh, sugar, no. Right, I'm just gonna flip it up, I'm just gonna take it out of camera for a second, guys. And then see if I can get this going, which hopefully I might be able to. No, it's not threading for some reason. I mean, it's all connected up as you kind of saw. I mean, thank God that bounced off here. So I'm just trying to figure out what's actually going wrong. Unless I need that bit free to put. Right, give that a shot and see if the screw tips out, which it doesn't. I mean, I don't know what that were, but yeah, I'm not going with it. Oh, bloody hell. By the way, guys, this tender still stinks like it's burning, so I think I've said this before. If anyone knows how to fix that, then let me know down in the comments below. I'll try and get it fixed up. Yeah, for some reason, guys, the tender does not want it to go on. Wait a minute. I think I've just done it. I think I've legit just done it without even trying. Don't hold me on anything yet though, because I don't know, because I keep saying I've done it, then also I haven't. Bingo, done it, guys. Right, so the body shell, not body shell exactly, but the tender body shell has actually been put back on. As you can see, it's tightened up. The decoder's actually in there as well, which I'm kind of pleased with that it actually works, to be honest with you, because I wasn't expecting it to. So what I'm going to do now then, guys, is I'm going to stop the camera here, and then, well, the video here, and then I'm going to get my hush hush up and, well, fixed back up with like the body and whatnot, and then hopefully we can get up in the layout, and then we can test excuse me, some of its features in the hush hush. Alright then, I'll be back with you in a minute, guys, and then I'll see you up in the layout after I'm done. Alright then. Right then, guys, so as you can see, the hush hush is on the layout now. I've just tested Tornado, and she still runs as well, so I'm kind of glad that I've done that in a way. So what we're going to do now then is we're going to put some power into this locomotive. Obviously I know that I've got mine named as Tornado at the minute on DCC app. But obviously, as you can see, the sounds are all there. So what I'm going to just do is apply a bit of power, and hopefully that should connect it up to the decoder, which it has done, surprisingly, straight away, in fact. And as you can see, look, it's all connected up. So hopefully now, we should be able to get some sounds from the tender. And as you can hear, I don't know if you can hear that, but I can. But it does work, which I'm pleased with. It might sound a bit crackling, but it works how you would expect it to work, if that makes any sense. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do need to get a rolling road at some point. So obviously, if you wanted to change the local number, I'm just gonna turn the sound off so you can hear me. Obviously, if you want to change the locomotive number, name, and whatnot, so obviously at the minute, this one's local address 50. I don't know if you can pick that up. So you just go locomotive settings, I think. Scroll to the top, and then you go into where it says tornado. And in fact, let me just scroll down a little bit, and then you just type in hush hush again. Right, so that's all done now. So the locomotive number is now 50, and pardon me. Well, I'm just gonna turn the sound up a little bit more. See if that makes a difference. Right. Yeah, it does actually. And bearing in mind, it's not near the motor or flywheel or anything like that in the hush hush. It's all been crammed in the tender. God knows why it didn't work for me yesterday, but we're just gonna ignore that. So I'm just gonna ease up a little bit, and hopefully it should work. Alright then, you're going backwards. Right, I need to find out why he keeps doing that. Well, I'm just gonna turn the sound off because I don't really like the way that sounds, actually, to be honest with you. So now we're gonna try it going the other way, and as you can see, it does run. Let's see if we can get a full lap out of the hush hush with this new decoder in. Now I don't know if you have to like run this in because it keeps stalling and then going again. In fact, if I put that to full whack, yeah, I have. So let me just put the hush hush up to full whack and see what that does. But as you can see, she is running, and just like I've just said, the tornado is running as well. Because obviously I actually thought I broke the tornado, to be honest with you, but I haven't. But yeah, guys, if I can somehow fit one of the enclosures into the tender, then I will do. But obviously, I'm not going to do that on camera at the minute because, yeah, I knew that was going to happen out of all places. Right, give me 2 minutes, guys. It's just that the hush hush is slightly derailed. Right, okay. I didn't do anything then, guys, and it's just when we started going. So it's more or less done a full lap. You guys can't see that actually. It has just done a full lap. It did derail just so slightly though. I mean, I don't know if I can try it on the inline, but it works now. So I'm pleased that it works. It's just possibly my track work what needs a bit of work and whatnot. I'm gonna admit this now. I was actually saying that the phone was starting to wear off when I was actually, reviewing this last night. But that's because I had to download the software, which felt like hours, guys, honestly. But now I've got it up and running, and yeah. So let me just move the hush hush forward a little bit more. Right. Yeah, it's still on. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't realise that you were that close to the 10 day. So, what would I say about this chip then? To be honest with you, I'm going to go through some pros and cons with this chip. The first pro is obviously it's affordable for like people who are moving on to DCC, especially with today's technology and whatnot. That is a smart move to go on to something like this and, you know, drive away from like just the plain DCC pin sockets, if that makes any sense. Sorry guys, I was just taking a drink. The sound quality when the speaker is in one of the enclosures, which I might try and fit in a one into my hush hush if I can. The sound is amazing. I mean, I had this up to full whack. Yesterday, and it legit sounded like I had a real life steam locomotive in my bedroom. It was that loud and powerful. It was just like wow. In fact, let's just see how loud I can actually get it. Working on settings. Oh yeah. Right, so let's just test it. So it goes up to 255, which is no number in my opinion. You see, yesterday it was a lot louder well, last night when I was doing the video, it was a lot louder than that. Yeah, so, obviously when you do have this in the enclosure, which, like I said, if I can get one in my hush hush, then I will try and do that, and then I'll give you a later update on it. My Tornado does work still, thank God. In fact, let me just turn this down while I'm talking to you lot. Right, so we've looked at a couple of pros. Now we're going to look at a couple of cons, if that makes sense. In my opinion, a lot of the cons come from the app itself. It's not straightforward. It doesn't show you what to do, and you know. And another con, what I don't really, I like it, but I don't at the same time. Right, if you compare this to like one of these decoders. If I can get out. Just knocked a couple of boxes off, guys. It's alright. If you compare that decoder to one of these, then I mean, yeah, I know that it's roughly the same size because you got that bit there. But to say that you know with this one you have to cram like, I mean, yeah, the speaker is small enough. Don't get me wrong. But is it slightly too big as well? Well, I've managed to fix 4 of the pins. But overall, it is a good product. It is a great idea for that Hornby have, you know, offered to do this for our amusement, if that makes any sense. I will test this out off camera, to see if I can, like, you know, improve it or anything like that. And to be honest with you guys, I did always say to you that I wanted to fit my hush hush with this sound decoder. And that's another con what I think as well. What I was saying about it being too big, because to say that I couldn't even get it to fit into my Tornado. I tried literally tried everything, guys. I tried putting it in near the flywheel, then it kept catching the flywheel, and it just didn't want to do it at all. No matter what I was trying to do on the on the Tornado, it just wouldn't work the way I wanted it to. So I think the Tornado and Scotsman and whatnot would just have the plain DCC chip, if that makes sense. Because obviously with the hush hush, you see, it was all in the tender. So, sorry guys. So yeah, do I recommend you know, any of y'all picking one of these up? I can highly recommend it. I mean, I know it hasn't got the hush hush sound profiles on the decoder at the minute. I hope Hornby does put the hush hush sound profiles on the decoder, because I think it will just sound incredible. I mean, the sound profile what I've downloaded for this one was the A1/A3, so it comes from the same family, if that makes sense. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap the video up now. So I'm gonna talk, obviously turn the camera back round and then talk to you about what's possibly coming out next and whatnot. So I'll talk to you in a bit then, guys. I'll talk to you in a bit. Right then, guys, I do apologise about the brightness in the background a little bit, but yeah, honest to God, right, if you wonder why I'm wearing a different shirt, it's because legit, it's the next day that I've had to, like, I've legit tried and been working on this all night, near enough, and yeah, I've had, like, a lay-in today, but we all deserve a lay-in. But, like I said, do I recommend these decoders? Yes, because obviously, there'll be people out there what know more about these decoders than what I do, if that makes any sense. I tried it in my hush hush first time. God knows why it didn't work the first time. I'm sorry, guys, but that is kind of bugging me. There we go, that's better. It did bug me the first time that it didn't fit into my hush hush. So, me being me, I thought, right, I'll fit in my Tornado. Didn't work at all in my Tornado, like at all, period. So I left it alone for about an hour. Then I came back into here, then recorded the video a bit more. Didn't work, so then I had to start over from scratch. And then I woke up today thinking, oh, I was put it back into my hush hush, and surprisingly, it's worked. God knows what I did wrong last night when I tried it. Pardon me, but it's working now, as far as I'm aware. I might try and fit that enclosure into the hush hush, and then obviously when I show the hush hush off again, it will have that enclosure inside it, if that makes any sense. Like I said, I do appreciate Hornby, you know, moving forward with the future, if that makes any sense. Like, what I mean by that is, I'm glad that they're moving away from, like, you know, standard controllers and standard DCC controllers. I mean, DCC chips, sorry. Like this. That was what was in my hush hush before, as you know. And mine's slightly broken, but I'm not going to get into that. And I'm glad that they're moving away from that, so you don't have to use a controller. You can still use the DCC controller, as it says in the instructions, but it's amazing to see that you can just, you know, whack your DC controller up and then straight away you can just use your app, and I think that's incredible. Obviously, I will be taking my hush hush possibly next week to my training club to, you know, show it off and see what they think. Because, honest to God, right, they're cheap enough to, you know, you're talking 60, 70 quid. And I was expecting to put like a DCC sound speaker, what was like 125 quid for the hush hush. I think it's off-roaders on rails, but I know that he does do some good stuff. But my hush hush, yet again, is being fitted with DCC, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that other DCC decoder yet. I was originally going to put it in my K1, Class K1. But that depends if I can fix it up, because I've accidentally bent all the pins out of the way. So I'm going to try and see if I can get that fixed up. But yeah, all I can say is here's to the future with whatever else Hornby's got planned for us as modelers. And honest to God, right, I have enjoyed it, but it didn't go as to plan, if that makes any sense. Like, So say for instance, right, obviously on Friday I'm going to be reviewing this, and that's just reminding me. It's my auto coach. So I'm going to be reviewing that Friday. So if I've possibly done my hush rush properly by Friday, then I will show you guys the progress, if that makes any sense. But other than that, I've kind of enjoyed it. I was exhausted last night. You know, my back was killing me. You know, going backwards and forwards to the table to here, and it was just a nightmare. I mean, the worst thing I had to do was take the body off, because I thought I would have had to, you know, somehow include it in the body, but I haven't had to do that, thank God. But honest to God, right, I am pleased about the product. Will I be getting it for like my K1? No, my K1 and whatnot. I don't know yet. All I can say, if Hornby does watch my videos, which I highly doubt, make him a little bit smaller so you can fit all the wires in and whatnot, because I didn't like having to cram everything into one place, if you know what I'm saying. It felt too cramped. And I have just tried my Tornado, and thank God she still works on my DC at the minute. She will be getting fitted one day with DCC. My Tornado will be, so stick around for that. But other than that, thank you for watching this video today. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Please comment down below what you thought of this chip and what I could have done to improve anything. And then I'll see you on Friday with that coach review and hopefully a bit of an update on my horse rush as well. Alright then, I'll see you in a bit, guys.